Is breaking a sport? One of the best in its history weighs in NFL home field advantage tracker. Jets should be thankful for no fans in standsNFC Week 13 overreactions. The Giants are no longer a joke. The Carson Wentz era may be beAFC Week 13 overreactions. The Jets' disastrous finish will bear fruit in long-run early NFL headlines. Browns beat Titans on the road to improve to 9-3 dates to circle in the NBA's first half schedule. What LeBron James's extension with Lakers could mean for his NBA future. MLB free agent market get flooded with outfielders. With Washington tenure over, can John Wall resurrect career in Houston? Steelers stay undefeated after a narrow win over Ravens. Lorenzo's locks. The 3 best bets you should consider for NFL Week 13. Texans legend Andre Johnson on DeAndre Hopkins trade. He didn't want to leave Tucson. Aries. Perhaps it took losing a couple of last possession games. Perhaps it was a sense of urgency with the Arizona State Sun Devils yet to get in the win column and the season winding to a close. Perhaps it took squaring off against an old rival in the oldest trophy game in college football, but the Sun Devils unleashed some frustration and showed a killer instinct, trouncing rival Arizona 70-7 in Pac-12 play Friday night at Arizona Stadium to retain the Territorial Cup. It marked the 4th straight victory in the series for the Sun Devils, 1-2, and the first time either side has won that many straight since Arizona did so from 1982 to 1986. The 70 points are the most scored by ASU in Territorial Cup history, bettering the 61 scored in 1951, for the Wildcats, 0-5. It was a 12th consecutive loss, extending a streak that goes back more than a calendar year, with the last win for Kevin Sumlin's squad coming on October 5, 2019 against Colorado. It had been a long time between wins for the Sun Devils, who had 3 games wiped away due to a coronavirus outbreak and had losses to USC and UCLA with a month in between. It felt great getting our first win in a long time, sophomore quarterback Jaden Daniels said. Winning makes everything better, so felt great going out there and just dominating and getting that win. 8 different players factored in the scoring, with junior running back Rachaad White, the lone player with multiple touchdowns, scoring 3 times. Perhaps the opening kickoff was a sign of things to come as true freshman DJ Taylor took the ball 8 yards deep in the end zone and ran it back for a touchdown. It got worse for the home team. On the second play from scrimmage after the ensuing kickoff, Gary Brightwell fumbled and ASU junior linebacker Darian Buter recovered. The Sun Devils capitalized quickly with Diamante Chip Trayanum running it in from the 4, making it 14-0 before even a minute had elapsed. It steamrolled from there. In the first half alone, Arizona lost 2 fumbles, had 2 interceptions and turned the ball over on downs twice. The half ended with the Sun Devils on top 42-7. It was the most first-half points for ASU in Cup history and marked the most in any half since scoring 46 in 1973 in the second half against New Mexico. Arizona State coach Herm Edwards has been around long enough to know anything can happen, and he encouraged his players not to let up. That was the hardest I've coached on the sideline since I've been here. When we had that lead, Edwards said, I was telling the players, we have to finish the game. It's not over. I walked up and down that sideline, and if I saw a guy smiling, they couldn't even smile. I didn't want them to smile. I saw that when we played USC. I saw that in the 4th quarter. I wanted to make sure they understood we could not allow that to happen. ASU finished with 489 yards while Arizona managed 350. White ran for 133 yards on just 10 tries, earning Bob Moran Most Outstanding Player honors. Backup running backs Daniel Nada and Jackson He and wide receiver Rick Pearsall scored their first college touchdowns. Meanwhile, the Wildcats finished with as many turnovers as points. They lost 4 fumbles, 2 of which were recovered by Michael Mattis, and had 3 passes intercepted, with ASU scoring 35 points off those turnovers. In addition, they failed on all 4 of their 4th down tries. ASU used 55 players in the first half and 61 in the game. The Sun Devils have 2 sets of brothers, and for the first time Kyle and Connor Soule were on the field at the same time in the first half. Then in the second, twins Kian and Kawan Markham did the same thing. Among the others who saw action in the second half was backup quarterback Trenton Bourguet, who played the 4th quarter with the Sun Devils comfortably in front. Daniels took a seat after 3 quarters, having completed 9 of 11 passes for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. The excitement for me is after winning that game, regardless of what the score turned out to be. I was happy for our coaching staff. What they've gone through in the last year, you have no idea. You can't even imagine. There's no playbook for it. I was just happy to finally see these guys win a football game.